All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of Target Talk. As always, we are your hosts. I'm Justin. I got Mike
What up?
joining us in the studio again for a second time. Amaelyah of Ethos. Man, welcome back.
Welcome
Thank you
back.
for coming.
I'm
Welcome
excited to be back. This is my favorite podcast ever, so I'm excited. Thank y'all for having me.
Wow, that's an honor.
And Ethos is like breaking the record on return guests.
I'm saying.
On the podcast.
Are we?
So the love is mutual.
Yes, I think this is a great platform. I'm very comfortable. I think Ethos is very comfortable on this platform. So we just always anytime we have new announcements, we're like, we want to do it here first, and then we'll do it somewhere else. But we always want to come here first.
We appreciate that for sure.
Well, you're always welcome here.
Yeah.
Well, we'll jump right into it. Last time you pulled up, Ethos was gearing up to launch.
Yes.
So how do you look at Ethos today?
Ooh. So now we're at a completely different space. We're just on go now. I think we're a little bit more comfortable now. We're just in a really good, focused, we know exactly what we want. You know, I think during launch, we were just new and we were just like, okay, we're going to put ourselves out there and see whatever. But I think Ethos now is we know what we want. We know what we want to put out there. We know how to do it. Let's go do it now. So that's kind of where we're at right now. It's almost 3 years now. So it's go time. It's the energy this year for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. That Ethos launch party, that was really the first time we kind of stepped out as a podcast.
Yeah,
we
true.
really stepped outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so happy.
Yeah, that was dope.
That's
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. That day was a week after my granddad died, actually.
Oh,
Wow.
So
Sorry to
that
hear
day, when everybody's comes to me and they talk about the Ethos launch party, they're like, I had so much fun. It was such an amazing time. And I'm like, that day was a blur.
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
Yeah.
I'm like, I barely remember that day. I remember just moving super, super fast and being super emotional. But I think what's amazing about it is I love hearing it from everybody else, their
Right.
experience, because that was the whole point, was to present an experience that was newer and fresher in Dallas. And so when people come to us and they tell us about that experience, it's amazing. I'm like, thank you so much for telling me that. I don't remember, but thank you so much.
Yeah.
It's amazing. But I'm so glad you guys had fun.
Yeah, for sure. That's really dope that you were able to put together something so special while going through what you had to go through.
Yeah,
So.
he was 93 when he passed away, or 92 when he passed away, and so it was actually happening while I was planning it, and I remember being like, okay, I can either push the date or but I think for my family and just where we were at, my parents, they were like, no, just keep going, and this is the circle of life. We knew it was gonna happen, and it was the most peaceful death I've ever seen. My parents really took care of him, and so I was really comfortable going into the launch party, but I knew that was something that I didn't want to share with people, so I kind of just put it in the back. I wouldn't say put it in the back of my mind, but I kind of strapped my boots that day and was just like, all right, let's, I got to get to work. I got to get to work. And then the rest of that week is when I had to deal with it. But that day was really, really tough, for sure. I remember having to do the questions and I was crying because I was thinking about my family the whole time. And I was just the whole time. But yeah, it was, it was life.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, rest in peace to your grandfather.
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely.
Oh,
Rest in
yeah.
peace,
He was
for sure.
proud, for sure. He was
Yeah.
very much, I know he was proud.
Yeah.
That was crazy because I think for us, to be able to put something like that together with the scrape of money that we had and the little idea. I mean, we had Season Change also helped us too, with that, and really helped us kind of put the final pieces together. And we had so many people that were that came out and just wanted to spend so much time with us. It was worth every moment, every minute of it. It was just worth it.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For
I
sure.
mean, we also made a good connection out there. Our guy Halo.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Halo.
Listen, yeah. We met Halo and we've been
been
working with him
locked in,
ever
yeah.
since.
Really?
Yeah.
So
Oh my
Michael
gosh.
Michael sees that Halo has a camera. And
Yeah.
He was like, hey.
I'm in the mode of thinking we need a photographer to do a photo shoot.
Yeah.
And the first person I see with a camera is Halo.
Really?
Yeah.
and then we find out he's an artist. He's just
Yes.
dope overall.
Yeah.
So
Full circle moment. I met Halo the day I pitched Ethos in front of Billy, which is so crazy because he was there. He was in the room, and it was another mutual friend of ours. And I came into the room, and this is when like Ethos was nothing, like just an Instagram page. And I like walked into the room, and he was sitting right there, and I was like, okay, I have this idea, and this is what I want to do. And I just started pitching. I was sweating, and I was nervous, and he was like, that's a really great idea. Like, that was pretty dope. And like, then he came to our launch party, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Like, what the fuck? So that's crazy how interconnected like Dallas is. Yeah. But it's interesting seeing certain people every time you have a new journey and you see certain people that are just like following you, and you're like, man, you're still here. So it's cool to hear his name. Yeah.
Shout out Lo, because that's my go-to guy for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 100%.
100%. You mentioned that Ethos has been at it for 3 years. When you started building all of this, how much did you really have to work with?
Oh my gosh, like nothing. Literally, what do you mean by like resources and things like that?
Resources.
Almost zero. Like, I think for us when we first came out as Ethos, anytime you put something out in Dallas, I think it's hard, like at first, because there's 2 lanes you can kind of go when you put things out. You could either go where you have all these like connections and resources and friends and things, and like, and then everybody's like wanting to do it with you, or you're kind of just introducing a new product and like you're by yourself. So I kind of knew going in, I'm a very like overprotective person when it comes to like my creativity and when it comes to things that I start and things that I own. And so Ethos, I own it 100%. And I wanted to pursue it on my own first before I introduced it to everybody. Before I asked for help, before I went around and said, I need you to do this for me, or can we barter, or can we do that? I just wanted to know that I could do it on my own. And so when we first started Ethos, of course we had people around us and we had like a team and things like that. But really in actuality, it was just me and Billy for like a year and a half before we even really built the team that we have today. When it came to resources, a lot of stuff we paid for on our own. So like we didn't get venues for free. Like we paid for those full out. Launch party, the New Year's Eve party, Juneteenth. We pay all our DJs, like everything you've ever seen, we've paid out of pocket just because we knew like it was going to be a little bit harder for us, but we have this goal and this dream that we want to pursue. So we're like, okay, we're going to invest, we're going to invest into this dream. So I would say we had advice. We had people that gave us advice and things like that. But as far as like things that can kind of like push us forward, zero. Zero, yeah.
Just all y'all.
It was just faith. Like, truly, it's so weird. We always talk about it. We're always like, man, like, what got us from, like, year 1 to, like, at least year 2? And it's, like, faith. Yeah. It was literally every step and every decision we made, whether it was a fail decision or a pass decision, we knew, like, this is for us. So we might as well just try it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, finding venues and DJs and all that stuff, like
research,
yeah.
Hell yeah. You just, someone said this to me the other day. My friend Amani, I love her. She was like, "You're a tastemaker, man. You're a tastemaker," and I get cringe when like sometimes when people give me compliments or say that I am something that I've never really thought of myself as, but really and truly, like I really love what I do. I love it. So I put in the work to research and really find out what's going on out here and like who's doing what and what's the whole, like what do we need? Like, so I think when it came to like searching for venues, when it came to searching for DJs and things like that, like scrolling. This is me, Instagram, looking at people's videos, watching people's YouTube videos, reading people's articles. Like I want to know what's going on. And, yeah, and then just reaching out to people and saying, like, how much do you cost? Like, I would love for you to do this, and paying people what they're worth. For me, it's like building my own ecosystem. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Did I answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I don't want to ramble off. Sometimes I be rambling,
no, that's good.
bro.
That makes it better.
Okay, good.
So with all the effort that y'all have put into Ethos, has that forced you to be careful, like who and what you put your time to or give your time to?
Yeah, for sure, man. Oh my gosh, dude. Like, when we first started Ethos that first year, we dealt with a lot of like, oh my gosh, I want to join Ethos. I want to be a part of it. I have so many ideas for, Ethos, da 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 da. And then you like don't hear from that person for like 3 months or something like that. Like we dealt with that, and having team members that we had to like cut, or having to, like my biggest thing for me was I had a really huge problem. I wouldn't say a problem, but like I would say hard time with my friends, like working with my friends. So I worked with a lot of my friends. And so when I first started Ethos, there was like a decision I had to make when it came to that, basically understanding like who do I need to give my time to when it comes to building this. And, I had to cut off a lot of friends. You know what I mean? So I think, what was the question? I'm sorry. Let me just
The
re-answer
question
Yeah.
was, did building Ethos force you to be more careful about who and what?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
Yep.
While building it, you go through like your ups and your downs when you're building it. And then you realize like, I'm not going to spend time with someone who's not as serious as me because I'm the one who has to put in like the money for it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I think for me, like Ethos is such a huge investment of mine. And so anytime there's somebody who wants to be a part of Ethos or wants to work with Ethos or wants to collaborate with Ethos, you got to be just as serious as me. You know what I'm saying? And so I look for that a lot when I'm working with people, and I'm very like no nonsense and no tolerance for. I understand people want to have fun and they want to create. I love that. But I think for me, I make it very known, like, this is a business. You know what I'm saying? Every decision we make, every move we make, there's money involved, there's time involved, there's people involved. We're just no nonsense. So I think building that and having to, like, go through so many ups and downs with people, yeah, you have to pick and choose a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what does not being like all the way serious about Ethos look like to you?
Oh, there's a balance for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. For, what do you mean? Like
Like the people that you had to cut off.
Yeah.
What do you feel like was the point where it's like, okay,
Yeah, you
you're not
gotta
doing
go.
enough? Like you don't have to give specific examples.
Yeah. I think when, like, I'll give you a good example to kind of to show what type of person works with Ethos, and then I'll just say the opposite of that.
Okay.
Right? So we have, I have a lead photographer. Her name is Tamia. She's my lead photographer. And she started off as BTS, right? Which everybody starts off at BTS, at Ethos. So anybody that comes into Ethos, they'll tell me exactly what they want to do. Oh, man, I want to creative direct one day. I want to be a photographer. I want to be this. I want to be that. I'm never just going to give you that role. Are you insane? Like, no. Like, you have to work for that. In my opinion, you have to work, especially if... Oh, sorry, I think someone's phone is ringing. Especially... Is that... Okay, sorry. But, yeah, so everybody starts off as BTS, right? So Tamia started off in 2024 after our launch party. All she was doing was BTS. Taking pictures, show up to this venue. She lives in Fort Worth, so she lives an hour away from us, right? And so that was her first year. No complaint. I got this idea. I got that idea, Amaelyah. I was thinking we could do this. I was thinking we could do that. Okay, Tamia, but you're gonna do BTS today. Okay, cool. She's on set. She's learning. She's taking everything in. She's taking initiative. I go into my Google Drive. All my folders are organized, this and that. I said, okay, go ahead and do a photo shoot now. Okay? So now she's doing a photo shoot. She has all her lights. She has her creative direction planned out. Everything is mapped out. Okay, cool. So she can do this by herself. Okay, great. Now, constructive criticism time, right? So we're in a conversation. This could have been better. This could have been better. This could have been better. I don't know about this shot. Think about this. Think about that. Okay. I got you. Next shoot. Kills it. That's Ethos. You see what I'm saying? That is Ethos. And not once in that first year did she ask for payment. Not once. She gets paid now. She gets paid now. Don't get it twisted. She gets paid now because she's somebody that I will always invest in. But she had to show that to me. Like, why? You know what I mean? Why do you want to be a part of this? This is a small business that doesn't generate a lot of money. You know what I mean? We're pushing like it's almost like we're pushing a car that's dead, you know? But it's like, if enough of us do it, we're going to get somewhere. So are you willing to do that with us? That's Ethos. And so not a lot of people have that. So when they come into Ethos and they think we're having a good time, we're having a blast. But you've seen us. We're about it at the same time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. That
Okay.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like some people might try like, oh y'all lit over there.
Y'all are lit.
Yeah,
And
let me get with
I
that.
wanna try to I wanna try my concept with y'all. I wanna try this, and then they come over and it's not what they expected because I wouldn't say serious to the point where like people are like, oh my gosh, she doesn't laugh. Like, no, right? Again, we have a great time. I'm a very fair person, so we have a great time. But, I'm trying to get our artists somewhere. Our artists are 30. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get them somewhere. I'm not playing. You know what I mean? So it's like when people come and they want to work with us and they pass that first year where it's a little bit of grunt work, it's a little bit of admin work, that's when I'm like, you got it. You got the grit. So now let's go outside and let's do what we got to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's the team at Ethos look like right now?
So this is our team. It's so small, but it's so mighty. So I am the creative producer, head creative producer, and creative director. Tamia is our lead photographer, and so she's also our content creator. So she comes up with all of our little cute concepts and stuff for social media. And then Kaysen, he's our music director, so he works heavily with our artists. He does engineering and things like that. And then Nate is our director of photography, so he does all of our visuals. And then Billy, low key, is on the team too. Sometimes he be editing, he be in there editing. So it's a very small team. And then we have our contractors that we work with. So sometimes we work with Zebra Tails if we need like super big productions and things like that.
Okay.
So.
Nice.
Cool.
Very nice. So how much of this journey has been learning what is worth your energy and what is just a distraction?
I think what's worth my energy and what's a distraction. I'll answer, I guess, what a distraction is to me first. I think social media is a distraction, like 110%. You guys will barely see me on there. I mean, you'll see me on there, you know what I mean? But y'all won't see me on there for real, right? I think that social media, especially like in what we're trying to do, we utilize it like it's a business. That shit is a distraction if you look at it any other way. For me, I think what's worth my energy is going outside. I think what's worth my energy is like networking and things like that. Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, that
we've-
cover both basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like that. I like
Yeah,
that.
for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
So by going outside, like you're like hitting events, getting your face out there, or what?
Ours is a little different.
Yeah.
Because I would say like I'm 30 years old, so I've been out here since I was like 20, kind of just out in Dallas working since I was like 20, I would say 23. So I did that a lot, right? I did the events and the like, let me go here, let me go there, let me go here. If I am going outside, I've never been there before, right? I've either never been there before, I don't know the owner, I don't know who's going to be there. That is literally like the only time I really would go outside because I want to meet new people. Like that's, to me, if I met you once, twice, 3 times, like that's enough for me. Like, and then we could work or we could do whatever, But I think for me, I always want to see something new and something different. I always want to meet new people. So that's kind of what we do. And then a lot of the times it really pertains to Ethos. So like, for example, we'll try a new venue. We'll be like, okay, we want to film at this new venue because we want to meet the owner. Like, you know what I mean? Or we want to try this new photo studio because we want to meet the owner, or we want to meet this person, we want to meet that person. So that's a lot of how I network. I like to invest. I like to see what's out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
How has the last year changed how you move?
So this last year, we call it. So we're big sports fans. So we have our years and seasons. We call them seasons. So last year was season 2 for us.
Okay.
And so season 2, I lost my job actually. And so right before Juneteenth actually. And so I had to create with not the same income that I normally would create with, right? And so it tested my creativity a lot last year. Like I had to figure out how to do things DIY. I had to figure out how to do things on my own as far as, okay, I might not be able to contract this person like I would normally do. I'm going to have to like learn how to color my own video. I'm going to have to learn how to edit my own, this. So it helped me stand on my own 2 feet and it gave me the confidence. Like I remember my first interview here and I was talking very like, yeah, but here I'm very like I can feel it in my soul how confident like last year made me because I had to stand on my own 2 feet. I had to keep the train moving for my artist. You see what I'm saying? Without money. Like, and I don't even know how we did that because we had Me Versus Me, we had Mama, we had all these different things coming out and we have to figure out how to do it. So that's what this last year for sure taught me.
Yeah.
That's very impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the content
absolutely.
that y'all did put out during that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked back at it the other day and I was like, how did we do that? And it's just, again, it's like when sometimes I feel like I sound delusional, but I love it because I'm like, I believe it. I'm like, I'm going to make it. Like, I'm like, this is my dream. I will do anything for it. You know what I'm saying? So nothing will ever stop me. But I think like that was a hurdle that I had to get over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned the Juneteenth event. How did that whole event come together?
Oh my gosh. I think when we talk about distractions, I think that when we did our launch party and when we did that last party at the end of the year, there was so much hype around us doing events, right? In Ethos, we do events, right? I mean, we do events, but it's mostly for our artists. That wasn't really the intention. And so I felt like because there was so much like, when are you guys going to do another one? When are you guys going to do another one? When are you guys going to do another one? I was like, okay, I guess I'll just do Juneteenth, And that came together. That venue is right behind my house. I walked into the restaurant. I said, hey, I want to do an event here. They were like, cool, whatever. Got the team that I had at the time together. We put it together. But I remember how I felt after that event. And I was like, I don't think we should have done that. Like, I just don't think we should have done that event. I don't know. I know everybody enjoyed it. And I know everybody loved it. And I had such a great time. But I never, ever like to do things under the wrong intention, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. It's just how I hold myself accountable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I felt like that event, I was doing it because I wanted to be seen. That's how I felt. I'll be straight up. Like, I felt like I was trying to keep up with this, like, event hype. Like, everybody was doing events, you know what I mean? Like, and so I was like, I'll do it, But on the flip side of it, though, that was probably one of the most clean events that I've ever produced. The team on it, like, we really got it together. It was so much fun. It was hot as hell. I remember you were there. Your wife was there. Like, it was hot as hell.
Yeah.
But it was hot as hell. But it was we did really have a good time.
Yeah.
But I remember that week after, I was like, I don't know how I feel about that. You know? So, yeah.
Do you feel like you kind of just don't want to be put in the boxes like,
Yeah.
Ethos, they the event people.
Yeah.
That's the event group.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. It was, you have all these different, like, so you have, like, Nostalgia and Noise does events, and you have, like, Seasons Change that does events. You have just all these different, like, collectives that do these events, and they do it so well, and I felt like I was comparing myself to them. You know, like, okay, well, what if Ethos does it like that? And I'm like, that's their thing. Like, why are you trying to do that? You know, the whole point of Ethos was like, we try different things, we put ourselves out there in special ways, and that is like the secret sauce for us. So I just felt like, why am I doing this? You know, there's no point or purpose to this.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you weren't? I don't know how to put this. Do you feel like
No,
you weren't
say it
moving?
straight, say it straight.
Do you feel like you weren't moving intentionally with that? Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it sounds weird.
Say it.
Like, obviously, like putting events together, y'all don't want to be known just for that. So, do you feel like what was your original intention of it?
The original intention was, we're on this momentum, and like, why would we stop? Like, just do it. Like, let's do another one. Let's do another one. Let's do another one. And then it's like, I'm standing on the stage and I'm looking at Billy hosting, and I'm like, he's an artist, dude. Why is he like? What are we doing? You know what I'm saying? So I think it was just, and he's always gonna support me, so he's never gonna be like, I'm not doing that. He's just gonna be like, sure, like, let's do it. But I think for me, I was like, this is not what we're doing right now.
Right.
We are gonna do events this year, surprisingly. So it's like weird that I'm saying that, but it's the intent behind it. What we're trying to, the message that we're trying to get off. I don't want to just throw an event just to throw one. You know what I'm saying? So there's times where we'll be outside and people will be like, so like, when's the next one? And I'll be like, when it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? When it makes sense for us to do that.
Yeah.
I think that answered
So
what I
for
was
like-
meaning.
Yeah.
For like going forward, if you see an Ethos event, that's because like you wanted to do it.
Yeah,
not
because I wanted to do it.
Not just because like you're trying to keep up with.
I'm trying to keep
Yeah,
up with the with what everybody else is doing,
Right.
and not to say that they're doing that.
Yeah.
They earn that. Like
Yeah.
they've been doing that shit for 5, 6. Like they built that up, and I think for me, I was just like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
Like True Colors was another one. Like there was so many things happening that week, and it was so great that we got. You know, we had put out ads that week.
Y'all killed the rollout.
Yeah, the rollout
Yeah.
for the Juneteenth was fire. Like, it was really fun. That was really fun to do. And so, like, again, like, I remember doing those and, like, feeling like, yeah, this is going to be amazing. This is going to be amazing. And then, like, the event happens. And I'm like, oh, my God. Like, I hope they don't think that this is what we're going to do for forever.
Yeah. I will say, you know, I don't know if it means much coming from me, but the event was a good time, and it was like I went to a few events for Juneteenth last year. I mean, it was a different venue, so it did feel like unique in its own way.
Yeah.
And Billy did his thing hosting. I know he's not a host, but he did his thing hosting.
Yeah.
So give him his props for that.
Yeah.
Too.
No. He's amazing. He's amazing, yeah.
Yeah, so it was a good time though.
Yeah. Speaking of Billy,
Oh, here we go.
you know, with me versus me to mama to who that, how much thought was going into each one as they were being rolled out, which y'all are really good at rolling out.
Thank you.
Just by the way, I got to give
Thank
you your
you.
props.
So, man, I used to have such a problem saying this in the past, but no, like I can say it now. But like I creative direct all his stuff,
Okay.
and so me versus me was him. That was him though. Yeah, I'll give that to him. Me versus me. I remember he showed me that song. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like he showed me that song, I think like 2 years before it came out, and I was like, I'm not like this. I don't know. Like it's what are you trying to do? And he was like, no. He made me listen to it 7 times in one sitting. He's like, no, let's listen to it again. Listen to it again. Listen to it again. So then when it came to the rollout, he was like, I have this idea. And I was like, what's your idea? And he was like, I want to do this dance. And he showed me the dance in the living room. And I was like, okay. And I remember being like, okay, well, where do you want to do it? So we just didn't know where he wanted to do it. So we were actually walking on the Katy Trail one day. And we were just doing that because I had lost my job. So we weren't, going out a lot. But we love to spend a lot of time together. So that's never going to stop. Like, we don't need to go on a date to spend time together. We're going to find something to spend time together. So we would go on these walks like every day. So we were going on a walk one day. And as we're going on this walk, we see the first video. It's the white building, the museum. And he was like, let's go down there. So we go down there, and it's like it's not abandoned, but it's not opened. And I took a picture of it, and he was standing where he was in the video. And I was like, let's just keep that in the back of our mind. So we pinned the location. And then we went back home, and I was like, he was like, we should film Me versus Me there. And I was like, yeah, we should film Me. Like, oh, that'd be hard, like, because it's artsy, da 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 da. Like, so then we filmed the first scene of Me versus Me, and then that same day is when we found the other building from our walk. Like, do you remember like when he was doing the dance across the street?
Yeah.
That's a hotel. So every time we would walk, we would say, one day we're going to buy a room in that hotel. I think it's a condo.
Okay.
And we always say one day we're going to buy, it's like the 70s looking condo. We're always like, we're going to buy a condo one day. So we just filmed in front of it. So Me versus Me is not even like a written down, planned, rollout. We were just outside, just smelling the flowers, like walking together. And we do that a lot. A lot of the things that we do and pick, a lot of the venues, is because we were outside driving around or walking or whatever.
Yeah.
So that was Me versus Me.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Me versus Me video, I want to shout out friend of the show, Zay,
Oh, yeah.
making a cameo
Yes.
in there.
Yeah.
I just want to throw that out there that like we gotta get a cameo in a music video.
Oh, for
at some
sure.
point,
Yeah,
you know?
100%.
Absolutely.
Not like trying to step on Zay's.
No,
cameo.
no.
Like they killed it. They killed
No,
it.
no,
Like,
yeah.
hold on. We might need
No,
a cameo
for sure.
at some
Wait
point.
a minute.
We might need a
No,
cameo
for
at
sure,
some
for
point.
sure. No, Zay, he definitely killed it. I don't even remember why we wanted him, and I think he was just like, it would be cool if we just had some like real niggas in the video.
Yeah.
And I think he's just one of those people who are just cool dude.
Nah,
So it
he's
was
a
like,
real one for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also have the music video too that we did that took us like 3 days to do.
Yeah.
Which is like so funny because you don't even need to do that because we just got a camera and redid the rollout
Yeah.
in front of like 2 buildings for free. So
Yeah.
you know how that goes.
It's all good.
I'm just saying, we some real ones.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
We got you.
So, hey.
I got
Might
you.
not describe Justin in the exact same way that
I-
Billy
listen.
describes Zay, you know.
No, right.
But you know,
I mean, if you want, I can't describe myself that way. Nor
I got
will
you.
I.
please don't. Please
I will
don't.
not do that.
But with Mama I love the rollout
Yeah.
on that as well.
So that one was me. I creative directed that one. That one was probably the hardest song I've ever creative directed because I interpreted it different than he did. I remember it took me months to give him a concept just because, and he never rushes me on my concepts. I think about all his concepts every day. So that one in particular, though, I was having a hard time with because it was such a nuanced song. And the song meant, if you listen to the song, it's really about kind of his experience, as an African American here in America. I'm Caribbean American, so I'm the first generation Caribbean American, and I lived in the suburbs my whole life. So him and I are kind of like a Cinderella story, like complete opposite lives, And I remember we were sitting in the car, and he was like, "Tell me what you think Mama's about." And when I told him, he was like, "That is not what it's about," but it was just such a different interpretation. And I remember I started crying a little bit because I said to him, "I'm uncomfortable creative directing the song because I don't want to be disrespectful to African American people. I don't know their experience the fullest because I'm Caribbean American. Even though we do have the same experience in America, I was raised so much differently. You know what I mean? And I was raised in the suburbs. So there's a lot of shit I didn't see. And I don't want to come into a project and just completely, just disrespect, He was like, "No, this is the opportunity for you to learn." Sorry, I was sick earlier. This is the opportunity for you to learn. And so throughout our relationship, that's just kind of been my journey anyway. And he was like, "Just open up and tell me what it is that you're nervous about." And so I had told him that in the living room. And once I got that out, once I got that nerves of I don't want to disrespect or I don't want to do this, I was standing at the window and I turned around and I was like, wouldn't it be kind of cool to do a reverse kind of engineer thing where it would be showing that generational trauma is the reason why we have so much toxicity or when they say you sound basically how systemic racism affects generational trauma. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm trying to say. Mm-hmm. Wouldn't it be cool to kind of show it that way? So he was like, how? And I said to him, I was like, if we had a little boy in the backyard hanging the first flag of America on a clothesline, you know? And he like looked at me like, what? And I was like, yeah, like we built this country. It's a little boy that, you know, it's black. Like we built this. And this is the 13 colonies. This is who started generational trauma. Like this is who started systemic racism. It starts here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, I want to show that in such an innocence. Let's do it in your backyard, like in your home, like to connect all three, like they basically connect the whole story together. And so we got there that day. The clothesline situation worked because she ended up doing it, but I wanted the little girls, because it ended up being his nieces instead of a little boy. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I want them to tug at it. I want them to play with this flag, to understand like it started somewhere and it's trickled down for generation after generation after generation. When someone says you sound like your mama, like there's a nuance to that. There's a only we would understand that. You see what I'm saying? And so I wanted to show that, and I knew that not everybody was going to get it because it was only for a specific type of person. So that's how Mama came about. That was like a secret, kind of like, I don't know. It was like a full circle for me because I've always wanted to tell that story, but always felt uncomfortable just because of where I was from. Yeah. So, yeah. Did that make sense?
Makes perfect sense.
Okay.
I mean, that was a great explanation.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to relook.
Now go watch it back. Go watch it back. Yeah. Yeah.
Has that always just been like natural for you? Like, did you grow up just picturing music videos and stuff?
Yeah. That didn't click until I was like 21. Or actually no. Well, when I was younger, I had a really big imagination. I was kind of a liar. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Let me tell you the truth. When I was a kid, I could tell stories for days and days and days. And I was one of those kids that were kind of, I was really tall. So, you know, I was kind of lonely just because kids were kind of like mean. And I came from Houston. So when I moved here, like, culture shock of the ages. Like, I went from an all-black school to all-white school. Like, that right there was just like, whoa, to me, you know? And so I just didn't relate to a lot of people. So I read a lot of books. Like, that was my thing. And because I read a lot of books, it just opened my imagination up, like, insanely. And my parents are big movie people. Like, one of the first movies I've ever watched with my parents was, like, Star Wars and, like, crazy movies. And my dad was really into stories and General Hospital and stuff like that. So for me, I always thought within myself, I was very extroverted, but I always thought stories in here. And that's how I would, like, cope. And then when I got older, when I got into college, I listened to, this was 2016. Yeah, this was 2016. I listened to The Life of Pablo. Mm-hmm. And the song with Rihanna. What was the song? I just wanted you to know. Famous. Yeah. And I heard that song, and I had got invited to this fashion show, and I remember being like, I want to do like this vision for this, and this, and I want to put this visual together. And somebody was like, how did you come up with that? And I was like, I don't know. Like, it just comes to me. It really does. Like, music just makes me visualize things. Like, I don't know. But I really do think it's childhood. I really do. Just that laying in bed and just thinking of, like, stories.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I used to like picture music videos too, but like I'm not even touching your level. But that's what made me ask that.
You know, I was sitting in the car doing the you know, looking out the window and being like, this song is about me, and I'm in the car. Like, I would picture myself. You know what I mean? And there would be times where, like, for example, my mom, she used to really like, you really should pursue like this creative directing thing. Like, you can do it, because we would be watching performances in like the Super Bowl, and I would be like, I would have done this actually, and I would have done that, and my dad would be like, that's crazy, like, you know. And so my parents would be like, pursue it, like, keep going, keep pursuing, like, you have a vision. So I shout out to my parents.
Yeah, you got very supportive parents.
Yeah,
I do.
absolutely.
Like
I do.
I love seeing the whole family over there at the Juneteenth event.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's so beautiful.
Yeah, no, my parents are ride or die for me, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can relate over here on this show.
No, for real.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Especially Mike's mom.
Oh yeah, she's our number one fan.
That's awesome.
She'll be the first comment on this video.
100%.
when it drops.
Period. That's my mom too. Like oh my gosh, when Billy like releases stuff, she'll send it to me and be like, oh my God, I love that. I love that you did this. Oh, I love this. And she'll send him beats. Like, can we make this song together? Like,
She be sending beats.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
My mom.
She A&R?
Yeah, no, my mom, funny story. I think I got this from her and I told her that. I was like, I think this music thing really came from you.
Yeah.
My mom, like, so my mom's like 53 or something like that. So early 90s, like this is when 90s, like hip hop was like peak. My mom was like, she had me in 95. So she was like 20 something, you know? So she was really heavily into music. And she wanted to be a producer, but she had
Okay.
kids. But she was like, I wanted to be a producer. Like, I wanted to be a background dancer and a producer. So I think it's just now my turn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, tell mom it's not too late. You
Yeah.
know,
It's not.
she
Because
can
she definitely has the ear.
She can get Fruity Loops. You know.
No, for real.
Yeah.
No, for real.
It's never like as a producer, it's never too late. Now, if she want to rap, I don't know. You know.
We'll see. I don't know.
but as a producer, they ain't gonna see
Yeah.
it. You know.
No, that's hilarious.
Yeah. So when did it click for you that attention and real results are not the same thing?
So my biggest thing that I try to get artists to understand is conversion. Like the word conversion. Understanding what that means, right? Having an ROI, having a KPI, having goals, right? I'm all for attention, man. Like, I love it, right? Like, I'm all for awareness. But if it does not bring me any revenue, or if it does not bring a stream, or if it does not bring a connection, that makes no sense to me. You know what I mean? So I've started to figure that out, especially working out here, right? When we first started, it was all social currency. Like, let's do this for social currency. And then 365 days go by and you're like, okay, what did we gain from this? And so I always try to emphasize, like, if you're putting money into this, you need to have a conversion of some sort. And that could be anything, right? Understand your pillars. Understand, like, what you're putting out there. So if you are like, all right, I want to put this music video out because I want to get, you know, well, what is it, right? Like, I want to get views. Okay, have a goal for that. Like, have a conversion for that. But if you're just, like, putting out videos just to put it out, that's when you get that awareness thing. You know what I'm saying? So I think for me, we always try to go about it in a way business-minded, right? If we're going to do something, if we're going to put money into something, if we're going to even go outside, what are we getting in return for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
What do you feel like artists are spending too much money on just to look like they active out here?
Buying followers. You don't need to do that. You don't. You really don't. You do not need to do that. I see it all the time.
Yeah.
You know, I see it all the time. When you first come through the Ethos, your page is going through an audit, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, big audit.
Okay.
Big audit.
Okay.
I will let you know if you got bots. I'll be like, yeah, you got bots.
Yeah.
Time to delete.
Yeah.
So definitely followers. I think the pay to play isn't strategized correctly. So what I mean by pay to play, I mean platforms, right? Like going on specific platforms to promote your song and you're paying $200 for it or $250 for it, $300 for it, or whatever the case may be. Without a strategy, that makes no sense to me. You know what I mean? Buying views. How are you going to know who your audience is if you're buying a view? Buying yourself onto a playlist. How do you know that playlist is going to push you out?
Yeah.
How do you know that this playlist is going to push you out to the right audience? Why would you do that? That doesn't make any sense to me. That's really those four things. Yeah, those four things. Yeah. I think that if you're going to spend money and you're wanting to get things like followers, views, things like that, have a strategy. So, for example, right, let's say you have a music video that you want to put money into and you want to put that music video on a platform. I always say, like, make sure you have content around it, right? So if you're going to spend money on that and that, okay, cool. When these two things come out, you should have like 50 other videos to come out around that to push everything at the same time. That's an investment to me, right? Because now with those two things, that's awareness. That's a jump. That's a boost, right? But why would you have a boost on one video only when you could have a boost and 7 other videos that are coming out right after that? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So all of those things are generating awareness, right? So again, if you want to pay for those things that I just listed, have a strategy for it. Accept the following and the views. We don't need to do that. And the playlisting. Like, we don't need to do that.
Yeah.
But the pay to play, it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's not necessarily a good thing. And another thing too, if you're going to pay to be on a platform, pay to be on a platform that has a benchmark, right? Pay to be on a platform that has a standard. That's like, they're not taking everybody. If you're gonna pay for something, pay for quality, right? Pay for people that are willing to say, yeah, you have to pay for this application to be on this platform, but the answer is no. Submit a better song next time. I would pay for a platform like that. You see what I'm saying? Because I know whoever's on that platform, that we're just as good as them. I would never pay for a platform where anybody could just be on it. No one's going to take us seriously.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about like this new wave of artists getting on like TikTok Live and playing other people's music? And you can
Like
pay,
artists playing other people's music?
Like you'll see like what's homeboy's name? Like Duke Deuce, he'll be on TikTok
Okay.
Live and you're like, oh, submit.
Submit.
You can pay $5 to skip, and
I think it's oversaturated to the point where, like, again, anybody could do it.
Yeah.
Especially if you're not going to be honest. What
Yeah.
I noticed, too, is, like, because I've seen a lot of those on there where they'll be like, okay, like, let's submit it to this person. And if that person is not going to be like, I don't know, man. Yeah. Or this is fire,
Yeah.
you know? I'm not putting money into it. I
Yeah.
need you to tell me what it is. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? And we've done that, too. We've done that with... was this agency in LA, again, like specific, like we're very specific at every decision that we make. Instead of doing a Duke Deuce, I want the agency to tell me what y'all got going on in LA.
Yeah.
And I remember one person liked Me Versus Me, another person didn't like it, but everybody in the comments was like, whoa, this song's fire. Which was, you know what I mean? They had really constructive, like great constructive criticism for us. So I think like that's okay as long as it makes sense.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think most of the time the artist is like, oh yeah, that was cool, and then they're on to the next one.
Yeah.
And then
I can't stand that.
And then I feel like the whole comment section is really just artists waiting to hear their song. Like,
Ready to hear their song,
Like I don't
yeah.
think any. Like I'll tune in because I like finding new music.
Yeah.
But I think majority of the people in there,
It's
they're just waiting for their song.
Yeah,
So,
and I think that's just it's just a waste of our time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I want the artists to just focus on themselves sometimes. I think that when we're just sitting there watching each other, like that's so counterproductive to me. You know what I mean? Like Billy, what I admire about Billy is y'all when do y'all see Billy outside? You know what I'm saying? Never.
yeah.
Right? When do you see him outside? When it's time to release, when it's time to go, when his project's done. You see what I'm saying? He's not just sitting here watching other niggas, man. He's not just going to shows and just watching another. Like, he's like, he dropped me off. He said, hey, I'm about to go talk to my engineer. I got to send some files. I got to do this, got to do. Like, he's just in the studio, like, just focusing on himself. So I think, like, doing all of that is just so counterproductive. Like,
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if that makes sense. I didn't know if I was going off
Nah,
tangent.
No, because that kind of brings me to the next point with Billy, with his intentions and being in the studio. You know, he's building 100 deep.
Yeah.
Which is great. We're proud to be a part of that.
Yay.
Why is it important to build something deeper than just people who listen to the music?
Direct to consumer, I mean, like, it's building connection. I don't think people understand, like, what that means to an artist to see people, like, listening to their music in real time and connecting with them in real time. You know what I'm saying? And so I think for him, he's like, I want to build a fan base, you know, a group of supporters that are going to follow me through this entire journey. You know what I mean? we could have went the route where we were like, all right, we're finna release, so you know what I'm saying, so we could be the hottest new thing in Dallas, or we could do this and like build this like machine. And so we wanted to take you guys with us privately, you know, because I think like his intention is like, I genuinely love this, and I want you, like, I want music lovers, I want people who genuinely love like me too, you know what I mean, like just genuineness. I think that was like the whole point of it.
Yeah.
But also from a business standpoint, right, direct to consumer too, right? It's really hard sometimes to kind of get to break out here a little bit, so you gotta have to build your own tribe. And what better way to do that with an exclusive club, right, where it's like, hey, you're a part of 100 Deep, you get everything first, you deserve it, like you've been with us since the beginning, you know what I mean? So I think it's just building that genuine connection that people are like longing for.
Yeah.
Well, y'all just had the listening party out here in Dallas, which we attended.
Yeah.
Y'all got one coming up in Houston.
Yes.
What's the date on that?
May 2nd.
May 2nd.
Yeah.
What made y'all decide y'all wanted to start doing listening parties?
It's like,
it's not even a party.
No. It's like a listening experience.
Yeah,
you get to listen to his new project in real time. Again, like hitting the ground running, right? Like going straight to the consumer first. A lot of times, like in Houston, like we don't know anybody in Houston. We don't know who's going to come to that show.
Yeah.
We have no idea. It could be 5 people. It could be 2 people. It could be 20 people. Like we don't know. But we do know that we're going to go there to make that connection, and that we hope that next time there's more, you know? And so I think for us, like, why not? Why not go to Houston? Why not go to this place, that place, that place? If we feel like, you know what, people will listen to Billy White. So we just, I don't know, we just was like, let's do it. Just no. Why just Dallas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
How'd y'all feel after that first one?
Incredible.
Yeah.
It was incredible. Like, it was definitely very unexpected. Like, I walked in and I think there was like 15, 16 people in there, and I was not expecting that. I thought it was going to be like 3, 4. And I prepared him for that. I was like, just know, like, it may not be that many people. And when I saw how many people were in there, I was like, oh my gosh. And that means a lot to us.
Yeah.
That means a lot to us. Yeah.
Yeah, nah, y'all had it packed in there. We had no chairs.
I
That's a
was
great
so like, whoa, okay, we got something going here. So yeah.
What do you learn when you let people into the process that early?
What do I learn? I think for me specifically, I get to learn what people like what songs they like, because then it tells me which one to drop first. Yeah. So I study. You know, I'm in marketing, so you know, it's all about people's like behaviors and things. I filmed you, like most of it. Okay. You were specific songs you were just jamming so hard to, and I look at Mike, look like he likes this song, he likes that song, and I'm looking at you and I'm seeing what you're liking, and so I learned that from like a business aspect, but I think from like an emotional aspect, it does ground me. It does remind me like we're doing a good thing, you know? And so I think I can be very hard on myself. I can be very much a perfectionist. And so I think in those moments, it slows me down to say, like, man, like, look at these people who are really, like, enjoying this and taking this in. Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I was like, low-key, like, in my head, because, like, when I listen to music, I'm very reactive. And I was like, man, do I need to be sitting here looking cool?
No.
But I'm like, nah, they need to, like, they need to see,
do your
see
thing.
me bobbing my head.
No, our space, like, that cool shit, we don't like that shit at all. Yeah. Like, you need to be yourself. If you're on that, be yourself.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I mean, shoot, me, you, and Zay, when that one line on Me Versus Me, like,
I mean, pretty much the whole
gender reveal, you ain't that boy like that.
Pretty much the whole Me Versus Me, especially when it leads up to the It's like,
y'all like that song. Yeah. Oh my gosh, the demographic on that song is men. Like, y'all love that song. I swear y'all love that song.
It's hard.
It is hard. I was listening to it today when I was listening to this whole project, and I was like, babe, play that again. And we turned it all the way up, and I was like, "No, this song is hard." Yeah. It just took a minute to grow on me, but like,
I think we talked about last time Billy was in here. It was the beginning of the song, right? The let's get down to that.
Yeah. That different part just threw me off. Yeah. But it's fire though. It's so fire. Yeah.
It's good to see too. Like at that listening party, like you could tell like Bill, we already know Billy's genuine. We know that you're genuine, but we could really see like Billy loves this shit.
Oh
like,
my
like,
God, dude.
You could see how passionate he is about it.
It is genuinely like he, as a partner, he's I keep on my mic. As a partner, he is an amazing partner. Like because what I'm about to say, I don't want it to make it seem like he can't do anything, but genuinely, this is like it's like LeBron James. That nigga can only play basketball. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This nigga can only make music. Yeah. Like, this is his dream. It's his dream. And, like, when we first got together, like, and when he would talk about it, I remember he said, this is the first time I've loved something more than music, which is me. He was like, I love you more than I love music. And I was like, oh, like, you love this shit outside of me. Like, that's the next thing. So, yes, like, that's... So when he saw you guys, it turned him up, and he was like, we're going to Houston. Yeah. And I was like, we don't know nobody in Houston. And he was like, I want to see it. You know what I mean? Like, you guys gave him so much life in that moment, for sure. Yeah. Damn. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
Well, we kind of talked about it a little bit prior to recording, but do we have a date for this Billy White album?
We don't have a date. We have a month.
A month.
We have a month. Yeah. May.
Okay.
May.
EP.
Great month.
May.
Okay.
Great month.
So right before the summer.
Yeah.
Because we're going crazy. I am humble all day, but I am so confident in this. Like, we're going, and I'm not even talking about success. I'm just talking about you guys will not see us stop dropping. We're just dropping all summer. And that's success to me. I don't know what the result is going to be. I don't know what we're going to get out of it. I have no clue. Mm-hmm. But I know that, like, this is probably the most we've ever been, like, let's go. So all you're going to see is just Billy White all summer.
Okay.
Listen, I'm just going to suggest.
Sure.
You should drop it May 8th. My child will listen to it. That's the first thing my child will hear is some Billy White.
Okay. I won't tell him. He'll probably fuck around and be like, bet, okay. Like, 100 deep. Like, bet.
Now, my wife might be like, you can't be playing that while this is happening. Oh, we're playing Billy White.
We're playing Billy White in the delivering room. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Nah, but we're excited for it. Listen to the project up and down. It is great.
It is incredible.
I'm looking forward to hearing it again.
Yeah.
For sure.
I love it. I really do. He's been working on it since 2023, I think. And man, I was listening to it today, and I was like, dude, like, this is fire. Like, I was like, this is how I feel when I listen to, I literally said this. I was like, this is how I feel when I listen to Tyler. This is how I feel when I listen to, because these are my favorite artists. Jill Scott. This is how I feel when I listen to Kanye. Like, this is how I feel. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel this, like, it's my nervous system. Like, I think it's because I'm a creative director. I don't know. But, like, my nerves get, like, overwhelmed when I listen to really good projects because I can see so much. And I can just feel so much. And his album makes me feel so much. Like, yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Well, even with me and Michael, like, on the way after we left the listening party, and this is not just because you're here. We'd say it anyway. We were like, Billy is really that guy who could, he's up next. Like, his time is coming.
Yeah, his time is coming. His time is coming, and we've been very patient. I mean, like, look, oh my gosh, I'm so ride or die for him. Like, I'm like, your time is coming. We just have to stay consistent.
Yeah.
And that's what the summer is about.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to drop the project and then disappear for like 3 months and then drop a music video and then a reel here. No. It's project, video, project, photo shoot, this, that. We're doing this, we're doing that. We're throwing everything, 100 deep here, 100 deep there, performance here, performance there. Like, I'm getting him out there, you know, because it's his time.
Yeah.
It's his time.
Yeah.
For sure.
I can see that for y'all. Yeah, definitely just, it's once y'all drop, just keep
That's
it going.
it.
Keep it going.
That's it.
Yeah.
No room.
Yeah.
At all.
What do people get wrong about Ethos?
I think because I'm so no nonsense and I've had so many opinions about, you know, some of the things I've seen out here and the things that are going on. I think that there's this misconception that we wouldn't work with everyone or we wouldn't, like, not work with everyone, but like you have to like be you have to be a certain to work with us. And no, that's not, we're here to like build you up. You know what I mean? So if you come as you are. And I think they think we're expensive. That's another thing too. And I know why, because of, we put out really great work.
Yeah, y'all look expensive.
Yeah, no, for real. Like and we do that on purpose. So of course we want to put out really great work. But like sometimes, like, let me think about which one. It's freestyles. Like, I was shot on an iPhone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we know how to get creative. So I always tell people, like, just come to us and ask. But a lot of times when we get inquiries, we'll have people like, oh, I just thought, like, you guys were, like, $10,000 or something like that. And I'm like, no, like, we're reasonable. You know, I mean, we cost money, but we're reasonable. So I think that's something that, sometimes.
What when Ethos is really doing what you wanted to do, what does that look like for the artist?
Say the question again.
So, like, okay, when Ethos is really doing what you want it to do, how does that look like for Billy, for your artist?
Like the machine, like if it's oil machine.
Everything's clicking and everything.
Everything's clicking. These last like few months, these last 6 months, that's what it looks like. Like when we just have a rhythm. Right now, we're in a flow state, where people call flow state. That's what we're in right now. So that's kind of like what you're seeing. We've kind of figured out who we need on the team. We figured out who we want to work with. The network that we've built, you guys are a part of that network, right? Mm-hmm. Like the ecosystem that we've built, like we've built it very meticulously. And so that's kind of, I guess, to answer your question, like when you see the work and you see him performing, it's working. You know what I mean? Ethos is on track.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Yeah.
Do you feel like Dallas is kind of hard to break into if you're not like in certain circles?
I think it's perceived that way because of social media. Mm-hmm. Cause I've been out here. I know like half these niggas like it's perceived that way because of social media for sure. And I think that once people realize that all of these things are accessible via internet, via going outside, knowing certain specific people or who owns what, or understanding who's important, who's not, Dallas is pretty much wide open. I think that there's this perception that because, again, with social media, you see pictures of people, or you see, like, stories, or you see just visuals of people together. And it's usually, like, the same people together. So you just assume, like, okay, maybe I'm supposed to know them. And so it's not for everybody. And so I always tell people, like, you kind of have to make your own path. You know what I mean? And there's so many resources out here, you just got to go find them yourself. Mm-hmm. But with Ethos, we'll just give you those resources. It's okay. Like, we're not going to gatekeep your resources. Like, if you need help, just ask us. We had to go find it ourselves, though. We definitely had to go do that shit ourselves. But it's not hard to break through because the consumer to me, is the last boss. That's the final answer. Is the consumer. Mm-hmm. They make the last choice on who really has it and who really doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, if you're not getting certain looks or shows because like you don't know the right people, at the end of the day, it's really about getting to the consumer, right?
Just get to them.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
If you don't get booked for a show, go on Peerspace, 3 hours, $600, sell your ticket for $15, make it back, do your own show.
Yeah.
We've done it 3 times. It happens. Billy was not getting booked. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Like, our first year, we're not, we're so serious. We're just not the type of people to really go outside and play the politic game. We're not really the type to go outside and just want to work with every single person just because that's not a smart decision, period, right? Mm-hmm. Just everybody has access to you, you know? And so that comes with consequences. When you are pursuing this the way that we're pursuing it, there is a sense of isolation just because you're not moving to the beat of the same drum, right? Yeah. We're kind of moving on our own. And so that comes with oh, they don't like us, or they don't like our way, and assumptions and things like that. And so we knew that's what it was going to come with. And so for us, it was always, all right, like, we have to get to the audience ourselves. We got to you guys ourselves. You know what I mean? We didn't have to ask this person to say, hey, can you get us on Right On Pod? Like, we reached out to you ourselves. And so that's kind of my biggest thing with artists is, like, Dallas is so wide open, y'all. Y'all don't even know how easy it is to pick up the phone and call a venue person. Y'all don't know how easy it is to pick up the phone and just hit a manager and say, hey, man, I just want to pick your brain real quick. I have this idea. I wanted to do this. And if they don't want to talk to you, ask the next one. Like, who's telling you that you can't do it? I don't understand. Yeah. Who's the authority that said that you can't perform? How dare you tell me that he can't perform? Okay, great. I'm going to go get him a venue. And he's going to perform just like at that launch party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's just the whole... I don't want to seem like I'm coming off raw route, but I'm like...
Talk.
You know?
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
I
do. You know?
Yeah. I love it.
Okay, so as a woman, especially a black woman, building in the space, what have you had to deal with?
That was hard. This is a very male-dominated, and we're in the South too, so, man, you deal with a lot of, like, misogyny. Man, boy, just a little bit. And I'm not saying every man was like that, but I think for me, like, it was really hard for me to operate a lot out here because you hear my tone, you hear how strong my voice is. I'm tall, I'm no nonsense, and a lot of people can't handle that. A lot of sensitivity and, you know, and so I would get misunderstood a lot. And so then I would find myself shrinking myself, right, to kind of fit into the room. So there would be like 20 guys in the room and then me, but I'm the creative director, right? And like I'm saying, like a music video, right? Mm-hmm. So the whole crew is guys, and then it's me. And I'm the director, I'm in charge, right? But my voice is so small because everybody's talking around me. So I had to deal with that a lot. Being over-sexualized. A lot of women out here, a lot of men, like, are not trying to work with us. They're trying to sleep with us. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, and having to deal with that and having to go through, like, very traumatic things out here because of that. And then having to overcome that, too. And then, I guess just, again, being completely just misunderstood. That's really why I started Ethos. I'm not even going to lie. Like, that's, like, one of the, the main reasons I started Ethos was because I wanted to have my own thing. I was under so many different teams that were ran by men, and I felt like I just wasn't getting any opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I felt like a lot of times my creativity was being used and abused, and then, like, none of my work was actually coming out, you know? So I'm just wasting my time a lot. And I felt like, you know what? I want to start my own thing because I'm in control of it. Mm-hmm. If I'm on set, like, whoever I put on set, like, they know who they're working with. You know what I'm saying? They respect me. I think a lot of times there's a lot of, like, disrespect, too. Like, women just being disrespected, you know? And, like, their art being stolen and IP and things like that. So I had to deal with that and understand that, you know, that's really like the world. That's really how just black women get treated sometimes, just period. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I think out here, it was disappointing for me at first because it was happening with black men. Mm-hmm. And I remember being like, how could you do that? You know, how could you hurt another black woman? Like, that doesn't even make sense to me. But I had to understand, like, that's what comes with this industry, that you might deal with something like that. But, yeah, I mean, I became big boss over time. Yeah. I became big boss. I don't play that shit now. But when I first came out, like, that was tough. And now I'm seeing it kind of happening again, you know, with a lot of my female friends. I'll ask them, like, hey, man, like, how's it going? Like, you know, are you getting booked? Or, no, like, these like, I'm not getting booked out here, or I'm experiencing this, or I'm experiencing that. And I'm like, oh, nah, it's time to start calling people out. It's time to start addressing that. That shit's not normal to me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? A lot of these teams are just men together, when you have female creative directors out here and social media strategists and businesswomen, managers, producers. Like when I came in here and I saw, is that your wife?
No.
Oh,
no.
Kay, I'm sorry.
No.
Sorry. Well, just your producer,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Putting all your cameras up.
Yeah.
And things like that. I'm like, yes, like we need more women on these teams. You know what I'm saying? Like we need like y'all need that. You know, there's a soft touch, especially a black woman. Like it'll get done. The job will get done. And I think sometimes we get disregarded because I think we're looked at as I don't want to say an object all the time, but I want to say as kind of like a piece to a puzzle rather than like, does that make sense? I don't know. Rather than like the main,
Like the whole.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So I'm like, I just want to see more of that.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it. I'm noticing it in the DJ scene, and it's making me mad. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm a big fan of the DJ scene.
Yeah.
And I want to see my female DJ. Like, I don't want to see all these theme nights and I don't see a female DJ. I don't want to see it anymore. I'm over it. You got all these theme nights with the lines across the door and I don't see one female on that flyer. No. What are we doing? Like, what are we talking about? You see what I'm saying? The women are the reason why we're grooving the whole night. What do you mean?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like certain things like that. I'm seeing like these music video sets. And it's the woman brought all these people together, and this director's talking. Sorry, like she brought all those people. Why isn't she talking? You see what I'm saying? So, yeah. Ooh, I can go on, man. I can go.
You got it. The floor is definitely
Yeah,
yours.
I've been through situations where I was on a set and I'm getting like cussed out, you know, or I'm being called a bitch because I'm trying to keep everybody in line and trying to keep everybody together. And I think when I started Ethos, I was like, I will never tolerate no shit like that ever again in my life. If you're on my set, like, you respect me, period.
Yeah.
If you're a part of my team, you respect me, period. Period. Like, it's no ands, ifs, or buts. I've had people on my team that want to take over, you know, because they think they can. Oh, no, Amaelyah, like, I got this. You got to go. You got to go. You know, this is my shit. We're doing this way. Yeah. And I'm always open to, like, feedback and things like that. But it was, like, trying to take over, you know?
Yeah.
And so I want the women to know, like, you can make it. And I feel like they already do, because I never want to tell, like, especially black women, I never want to tell them, like, you can do it. Like, we already hear that shit all the time. They already know that. But just know, you guys got somebody out here that, listen, I'm not playing that shit anymore this year. Like, I want to see women on the top. I want us to be taken more seriously. Like, we need to be more professional around women. We need to be safer around women. A lot of times working with these niggas that have these allegations, like weird allegations, cut it out. Cut it out. We have to protect the women out here. Period. Period.
Love that.
Facts.
Yeah.
So,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. How important was that for you to be able to be confident in your voice? You know, I've like you mentioned, you're tall, you got kind of like a stern voice. The stigma on black women already is you're aggressive. Just when you look at a black woman, they think aggressive. Like how hard was that to be like, okay, like you're the boss pretty much, you know? Like yeah. How are you able to find your voice in that?
It took a while for me to find my voice because I will say working out here, like, it dimmed my voice for a while. You know, I was called, like, all kinds of different things just because of the way that I was. And I think what helped me find my voice, as corny as it sounds, is genuinely having a black man like Billy, like, telling me, like, you got it. You know, like, even today, I was like, I don't know, do this podcast by myself. Like, you should come with me. Like, you know, no, you got it. Like, you, I'm a fan of you. Like, he breathed so much life into me. You see what I'm saying? And it was a lot of, like, rehabilitation for that, to find my voice again. Because I was very like I would apologize. I'm sorry for yelling. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. No, I didn't mean to say that. Like, let's get to work. What the fuck are we talking about? Like, I did mean to say that. You know what I mean? And it just took like faith, God. I had to like find my relationship with God again. Just maturing. I'm 30 now, so I think that was a huge reset for me. I had to go through like looking back at a few situations and realizing that it wasn't me, that it was them. It wasn't something that I don't need to like take out on myself, because a lot of times when you're like a really big sun, people are going to try to dim it regardless. Mm-hmm. And so I think for me, I had to realize like God made you 6'1" at like 12 years. I was like 12 when I was this height. Like, man, you've been this your whole life. Like, step into it. And so I think it's just time for that. Yeah. If that answers the question.
No,
that's I mean, yeah. That well answered the question.
Yeah.
So have there been moments where you felt like you had to build on your own lane because certain spaces were never really made for Black women in mind?
Yeah. I mean, like, just like even in this, like, because I don't want to say Dallas scene because Dallas is so big, like, it's beyond that at this point for me specifically. But it is male dominated. Like, it is like from the radio station to DJs to the dance scene to the fucking venues to this person owns it. I mean, like, it's all men all the time. And so I automatically, and it's Texas, so how do I say this? There's a lot of white men, you know what I mean? Like, venues and things like that, especially that. So I already knew there is no space for me out here. I already knew that. But I knew that if I walked into any space confidently, I know that I know what I'm talking about, that I would earn my respect regardless. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I demand it. And so it's that energy of like, if I shake your hand, you know I'm about my business. And if I'm not for that space, I'm not for that space. I'll just create my own.
There you go.
Yeah.
Love that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What does standing behind a creative look like to you?
Standing behind a creative? Like, as in, like...
No, yeah, not like literally behind.
Oh, I was going to say,
yeah, no, because you
yeah. For me, truly, standing behind a creative is really being a part of like that growth journey. Excuse me. And really understanding like that this isn't a, I guess what I'm trying to say is it gets personal. You know what I'm saying? When you work with the artist, and you have to understand like this isn't just about music. This is their whole being. You know, this is who they are. So you're going to have to be honest, 100%. You're going to have to go through the journey of, like, their growth with them. You know what I mean? You're going to have to tell them the good and the bad and the ugly and the pretty things about this journey that they're going on. And you have to be their support in that. But then also, like, for me, standing behind an artist means, like, finding every resource you can find, finding every loophole you can find, believing in every dream that they have. Like, when I have an artist come to me and they say, oh, I want to do this, this, and this, I don't think it's impossible. I really don't. Like, unless it's, like, some shit, like, that truly is just impossible, then I'll tell them. But when they come to me, it's like, okay, well, how can we do that? You know? What's the first step in us doing that? Just being that left brain to their right, or I guess the right to their left, you know? Mm-hmm. If that makes sense, yeah.
If they come to you, like, without a plan, they're just like...
If they come to me without a plan, then that's when I know that it is a interdevelopment stage, right? Yeah. When an artist comes to me with nothing, like, I don't really know what I want to do, I'm just releasing music, yeah, we're just releasing music just to release it, then we need to talk a little bit more about what we're doing here. Yeah. Which is funny because that's how me and Billy started. It was like he said, he came over and he said, do you want to do a music video? And I said, no, why? Like, I was like, why? And he was like, I just figured we could, do a music video. I said, just to do one? Why do you want to release music? What's the real reason? And that's when we got to it. So, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Being an artist is not for the weak.
Yeah.
That's why I'm very particular. Because everybody's an artist out here. Everybody named Mama's an artist out here.
Yeah.
But when you're like a Billy or like a real, like when you're really doing this, that's not for the weak. That's a mental thing that you have to go through, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's a lot of ups and downs.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Speaking on those ups and downs, what is something that did not go how you wanted, but it taught you something?
Juneteenth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Juneteenth reminded me about intention. Man, I was like, oh, like I don't want to do that again. Even though it was great, it's just not what it just didn't feel right. And so it definitely taught me like, always move with intention. Just always move with intention. And then another thing that taught me that didn't go the way that I planned, but taught me something was the first year of Ethos. You don't have to work with all of your friends. You don't. You can tell your friends, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Because I had to find my friends, and that you don't have to stand beside somebody in order for you to move forward. That you could do this on your own.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
With having to fire your friends, did that kind of mess up the friendships?
I have not spoken to a lot of them since.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was really sad. I had this one situation. I had a DP that I worked with for like years, and he ended up being one of my best friends, and we started working together in like 2018. So our work in 2018 versus our work now, I remember. Well, it was like 2023 to compare it, but I remember I had a conversation with my mom because we were doing a real estate shoot. And my mom, after the shoot, he had left. And my mom was like, I want to talk to you about so-and-so. And I was like, oh, like, what? And she was like, every company has an A team and every company has a B team. My mom, and she just looked at me like, so do with what you want with that information. And I was like, okay. And then I remember getting on a call with the artist. And I said, yeah, so my team is so-and-so and so-and-so. And they were like, nah, like your vision and how he's shooting is not matching. So nah. And that like broke my heart because he really wanted to build Ethos with me. But I remember thinking to myself, I'm the only person paying for this. This is my dream. And I have to make a choice. And I didn't even really fire him. It was more so like, come watch us do some, like, let's learn some more. And we just really didn't speak anymore. And so when we had a conversation a couple of months later about it, I had found something out. And I remember thinking like, yeah, nah, I gotta go. Yeah. Like, this isn't it. And it really messed me up for a little bit because if you knew me back then, I wanted, like, all my friends to win. Like, I wanted us to do all of this together. But we were just... Ethos would not be Ethos today if I hadn't done that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Harsh.
Yeah.
Hard decision.
It was a hard truth. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially if you're not going to be open to the criticism that you're getting. And
I think that would have caused more problems.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I think for me, I was like, when you just know someone's just not gonna, you're like, it's okay.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, somebody's got to do it. It's for the better.
Had to do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
I got a great DP, and he's insane.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, especially if you got people who like, if you're bringing up the name and they're like, oh no, then
that's kind of like
it was that point, and I was like, damn. And it was like 2 or 3 people at that time, but it was really when my mom told me, and my mom is like I really look up to both my parents, but my mom is how I am. She's like that like 10 times. So she's really like, don't play that shit. And so she was observing for me in a way, and she was like, I know, like, this is your friend, but what you're trying to do and what I know you can accomplish, you got to make that decision.
Yeah.
So
that's so dope of your mom.
Yeah, she's y'all should have her on the pod.
I can't wait to hear her beats, man.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear her produce it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No, that's dope though. That's dope to
for
have
sure.
for her to just sit to the side.
Straight up.
Like,
Straight up. And I remember when I told her, like, yeah, I don't work with so-and-so anymore. And she saw some of the work we were producing. She was like, I mean, which one? Like, you know? So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, on the opposite end of what I asked you about how something didn't go well, what is a win from this last stretch that's meant a lot to you, even if it's a small win?
we just did a live set the other day, and it was the smoothest production I've ever had. And afterwards, everyone came up to me and was like, you do this shit, dude. Like, you do this. And I was so fulfilled. I was like, wow. I've always wanted to shoot just to go from the beginning to end smooth. Like, you know what I mean? Even when we had, like, times where we had to pivot. I keep hitting the mic. When we had times to pivot, or we had times where we were like, okay, we're running out of time. It was just seamless, and everybody was there to work, and everybody was there for Billy, and everybody, it was great. And yeah, that was a great one for us. And I think another one was Me Versus Me. We had like a little viral moment on TikTok that was really fun for him, and we got discovered by so many people we didn't know, and so it just kept us like going and going and going. So that was fun.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Congrats on all that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For the creative who feels like they do not have the right connections, resources, or the right look, what do you want them to hear?
Do not ask for permission to pursue your dream. That makes no sense. God gave you literally, and if you don't believe in God or whatever the case may be, you were put on this earth with a gift. Don't you dare ask for permission to pursue your gift. That is like, you couldn't tell me, you can't tell me no.
Yeah.
You can't tell me no. Like, no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Pave your own way. As easy as that sounds, it is very hard. It is. It's so hard. And it's so, you're going to feel alone. You're going to feel like, I don't know what the fuck I am doing. But the more you put into it, and the more like, yeah, the more time you put into it, the more you realize like how many people end up coming, the tribe you end up building anyway. You know what I'm saying? But my biggest thing is do not ask permission to pursue your dream. It's your dream. Like, you dream of it every single day. This is your want. You see what I'm saying? Imagine somebody telling you that y'all can't record. Sorry? Because you don't know somebody.
Yeah.
Imagine somebody telling y'all that y'all got to do this and that. No. Do it anyway. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's your dream. It was given to you. It's not, you're not delusional. You seeing yourself somewhere, you're not delusional. You know what I'm saying? If more people thought that out here, you guys would see so many artists. You guys would see so many dancers, you would see so many different things happening if we can just get off of social media and just pursue our dream. Like, just pursue it.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah. Man, I didn't know it was that bad out here to the people.
I don't even think it's that bad. I think that there's this path that everybody feels like they need to take in order for us to get somewhere. And for me, that specific path, that's great. It works for those people. Like, that's awesome. Yeah. Like, but to me, it's just a revolving path. Like, it's just does the same thing. And if you don't move this way, this could happen. And that's too much of a dictatorship over my dream. Mm-hmm. That's too many permissions that I have to ask over my dream. Yeah. I want us to understand how crazy that sounds. Mm-hmm. Does that not sound crazy? Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. I woke up one day and said, I want to be a creative director. I'm not going to ask a fucking person if I can pursue that. I'm going to go do it myself. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I want that energy. Like, I want that energy this year. I want to feel that. Where yeah, I just dropped a song because I wanted to.
Yeah.
Or I put this out because I wanted to.
Yeah.
I pursued it because I wanted to. And I want to see people learning, like have the earn to want to learn more about what you're doing. A lot of things I've seen already. I've seen, like, we're repeating a lot. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, okay, what have we learned in the last, what has it been, like 7 years? Like, what have we learned? I'm seeing this, the reason why I'm saying this is I'm seeing this, the same energy that we had in the past, right? Mm-hmm. All these artists are dropping right now, performing and things like that. We're 30, y'all, okay? So what are we going to do, right?
Yeah.
We're at a fork in the road. Are we going to be 45-year-old local legends, or are we going to hit this hoe? What are we doing? Mm-hmm. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Period.
Facts.
Like,
yeah.
Facts.
I'll say the proof with y'all is, like, in the, like y'all do the venues that y'all had done. Mm-hmm. I haven't seen anybody do those venues, mm-hmm. like, prior or after. Mm-hmm. The people that y'all work with, mm-hmm. it's not people that, like, everybody goes to.
Yep.
Like, you're really forging your own path.
Very much.
And you're producing great content at the same time. Because you can forge your own path and get, like, the cheapest videographer.
You could.
And, like, oh, I'm doing my own thing. That. But
let me tell you something. That first live set, season 1, first live set, $5,000. We spent $5,000 on that. Okay. And we didn't do anything. We barely did anything with it. But let me tell you how much me and Billy want this shit. We will do anything for it. Yeah. The other day, for Who Dat, we were laughing about it today. We spent $100. We paid this dude $100 to use his Cadillac, right? And we were like, okay, let's make a video. We didn't even put it out. Like, we were like, okay, that was a fail. Like, we will always try. Like, it's just the try, it's the wants. Like, we want it, you know what I mean? So, yes, we're going to go on Pure Space and find the venue that no one's ever used. Yeah. Yes, we're going to drive around Dallas for 3 hours, just in the car, smoking a blunt, looking around, and stop, take a picture. Because we know no one's shot there before. Yeah. Because I think for us, it's like we're setting the bar for ourselves. We love this shit so much. Why would we want to do it like everybody else?
Yeah.
That don't even make sense to me. That's just a waste of time.
Yeah.
That's right. Yep.
Hit that hoe. If you love this shit, show me that you love this shit.
Yeah.
That's exactly how I feel about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Just great answers.
Thank you. Around, y'all could clip. Y'all could clip for days.
Oh yeah, you got.
Yeah.
You might have a whole week of clips out of.
I feel like for me, I've always had the gift of gab. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I would use it in the wrong way. So I would talk shit about somebody, and then everybody would hear about it. Yeah. Or I would do this, and this is the message I've always tried to say. And I think that I'm just more confident in saying it now. Yeah. Like, I genuinely am like, I don't want to see this. I don't want to see the same shit, y'all. Yeah. I really don't. I want y'all to do what you really want to do. I know that if it's easier to just be like, let me just do this because everybody else is doing it, or let me make these reels like this. No. What did you originally think this morning? Okay? What was the original idea? Do that one. Do that idea. Why do this one because everybody else is doing it?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
For what? You're already spending money. Like, you might as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, like I said, we see that Billy loves the shit. We see that you are passionate about this shit, which is as good as it gets. If someone sees this and they feel like they need what Ethos offers, where do they begin? DM
or even just like the email. You know, we have our email in our bio. And you can start with, like, I would love for people just to tell us, like, the truth. What are you really going through? You know, I know, like, you want to do the inquiry where it's like, hey, I got this album coming out and I need help, da-da-da-da-da. Or like, hey, whatever, I have this project. That's great. But I actually want to hear, like, I have been struggling with this and I keep hitting this roadblock. Or, hey, I'm battling with really bad imposter syndrome because I really want to drop this. How do I get through it? We're actually opening up, like, consulting now. So you can talk to us now and just tell me your strategy. Tell me what you want to do. I bet you I could tell you how to do it for under $1,000. I bet you I could tell you how to do it from zero. Like, I bet you I can tell you how you can do it yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I want people to know that there is a space that does have those resources. There's no gatekeeping over here. If you want to know, where did you film that one thing? It's over here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can come to us to evolve.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's just anybody's welcome.
Anybody.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Like, you could be a podcaster. You're a creative. If you're a creative, you're a creative. You know what I mean? You could be an artist, a dancer, whatever.
Yeah.
Because I think people just need life put into them to know, like, your idea is a great idea. You know what I'm saying? You just need to know the steps. And that's hard for people. Like, when they have to figure out those steps on their own, it is intimidating. It's extremely intimidating. But if they knew that there was somebody that loves I love strategy. I love talking about that kind of shit. Like, it does not intimidate me to start a project. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If they knew that there was somebody out there that was more than willing to have that conversation with them, imagine, like, what we would be seeing today. We didn't have that back then.
Yeah.
But I feel like these last 10 years, I became that person.
Yeah.
You can come to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just reach out.
Just reach out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody. We're not beefing with nobody.
Yeah, that's good.
We're here as we're here. Like, I always say, Billy always says, he's like, I feel like we're like parents sometimes. Like, when we walk into certain places, I think when it's him and I don't know what we look like to other people, but I feel this energy of like, oh shit, like they're, you know, or we're too observant, you know. But it's like, no, we just want to help. That's all.
Yeah.
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 I could get parent vibes.
Parent, yeah, we
Yeah.
do. I think we get parent vibes.
I can see that too.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think when we walk, especially like sometimes we'll walk into certain people's events and they'll come up to us and be like, did you guys have a great time? Like, was it good? Was it good? Did you? And I'm like, we're like, yes, it was great.
Yeah.
Are you sure? Are you sure it was good? And I'm like, yeah, we're parents. We're the parents for
Yeah.
sure.
They're
So
trying to let you down.
yeah, I feel that sometimes.
Billy and
I'm
Amelia
like,
came.
oh
and-
my God.
And
And
you
I'll
put
be
on
like,
a bad show. Yeah.
and I'm like, it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fire.
Especially because y'all don't be outside like that. So,
So if we pop up, we wanted to see it.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's like principles, you know.
Yeah.
Like
I feel that way
Walking
sometimes.
into the room.
Yeah, I feel that way sometimes.
Yeah. Well, everything you got going, like, what's next for Ethos?
This EP, and we're gonna start opening up Ethos to artists. I think we're gonna start consulting first, and then eventually we'll open up our production side. So we'll open up that production side and start doing some, you know, reels and strategy with, you know, some of the artists out here if they're open to it, or small businesses, or, you know, whoever wants to work with us, you know. But that's gonna gradually happen over time. But this summer is just EP. We're going to show you guys a rollout, like a real independent rollout. You know what I'm saying? So, very excited about that. Yeah.
Excited for that. For
Absolutely.
Sure.
Absolutely. Well, before we get out of here, tell the people where they can find you at.
You guys can find us at ethos.creatives on Instagram, literally only. And then my name, Amaelyah, on Instagram. And then info at ethoscreativemedia.com. That's our email.
Nice.
But yeah, we're only on Instagram. I'm going to try to get us on TikTok, but I'm old. I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
see.
you gotta get up with the TikTok.
I gotta get us on
whatever
TikTok.
you post on IG, just post on TikTok.
I
That's all
know.
you gotta do.
I'm so lazy, but I'm like, just do that. Like, why not? So,
Yeah.
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 I'm excited, though.
Yeah.
For
I'm
sure.
so excited, y'all. Y'all don't even understand. Like, I'm turned. Like, I'm so ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can tell.
We can
It's-
tell.
it's go
We see
time.
it. Yeah.
You remember the Larry Hoover Kanye West concert?
Yeah.
Right after he did Runaway, I forgot what the song he did after that. I think it was All Fall Down or something like that. Right before it, he said game time, and I remember when I saw that, I looked at Billy. I said, "That's right now. Like it's game time. Like it's time to go.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's my biggest inspiration." So
Nice.
Dope.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Well, once again, we appreciate you coming on the show.
appreciate
thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate
Of course.
You're very welcome.
it. Thank you.
Look forward to hearing another Ethos update and,
Yeah.
and like, you know, maybe next year or something
Next
like
year,
that.
We'll probably do. we'll for sure do an event. I think it'll be. I'll say it now because once I say something out loud, usually it does happen.
Okay.
So, I would say the fall. I would say
Okay.
the fall we'll probably do another event that will be very much close to like our launch event, which is more of a connection thing instead of like a theme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we'll do that. Yeah.
Okay. Sounds
Okay.
good.
Great.
Well, we gonna be there. So.
Oh,
Yeah,
for sure.
for
100%. I appreciate you guys.
Of course.
course.
But yeah, until next time, guys, we out. Peace.
Peace.
Bye.